easy meatballs that you can make. You can eat these meatballs with spaghetti or even just as an appetizer, but they're really easy to make and really good. These meatballs are special because they don't have a ton of ingredients and they're really easy to make like on a regular basis. I do recommend trying some other meatballs that have different kinds of meats in it, whether it be pork and beef, and also, you know, like chopped onions and stuff like that. But like I said, this recipe is special because it only requires a few ingredients and the meatballs are still really, really good. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and try the meatballs. Okay, so for this recipe, it's gonna make about 10 meatballs, but that just depends on how big you make your meatballs. But you'll need 1 pound of ground meat. Now, like I mentioned, I'm just gonna be using ground beef. That's what we buy a lot, but you can do a mixture of pork and beef for better flavor. But today I'm just using 1 pound of ground beef. You're also gonna need 1 egg, 1/4 cup of milk, a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, and I'm just using the original style with no seasoning, 1 teaspoon of garlic, minced, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, a 1/4 cup of parsley, a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 tablespoon of pepper. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna combine your egg, some water, your breadcrumbs, and your milk into a bowl. Okay, so there's your egg, and then you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of water, your breadcrumbs, and your milk. And you're just gonna mix that up, and then you're gonna let this sit for a few minutes because you want the breadcrumbs to soak up all the liquid and it'll get thick as it sits. So you wanna get this nice and thick. Now that it has sat for a few minutes, I am going to add the garlic, the onion powder, the parsley, the Parmesan cheese, and the salt and pepper. So this is the garlic powder.
You help me, Mom?
You're just gonna mix all of that up. Okay, now you are going to add your meat, and I like to use my hands with this. You don't want to overmix your meat because you want this to be nice, and you don't want your meatballs to be dry, so you have to make sure you don't overwork your meat. Obviously, make sure your hands are clean. And you're just gonna kind of mix all of this together until it's well combined, but again, not too overly mixed. And if you don't wanna use your hands, you can use a fork, but I'm telling you, it is so much easier to use your hands. Now you are gonna put your meatballs on the tray. I like to use about a 1/4 cup. These are gonna make some pretty big meatballs. You can do smaller meatballs if you want, but if you do smaller meatballs, they're gonna cook faster. So just kind of keep that in mind. You could eyeball it too, but I like to make them pretty even so that I know that they all cook through. And don't forget, while you're making these meatballs, again, don't overwork your meat. Just lightly make them into a ball so that your meat doesn't get tough.
Will you make your meatballs?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're gonna put your meatballs into the oven. Make sure your oven's at 375. And your big meatballs are gonna go in for about 30 minutes. The little ones probably would be like 15. Okay, and here is the finished product. We just put ours over some noodles with some spaghetti sauce. and I hope you guys like the meatballs. Okay guys, that is it for the meatball recipe. I hope you guys make these meatballs. Leave it in the comments below if you do, and let me know how they turned out and if you liked them. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Bye. And also to our daily vlogs. Say bye.
Bye.
Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.